What's going on, guys? It's Jordan back today with another video. And in today's first video, we're going to take a look at Cardano and see what it's doing on the 4 hour, the daily, the weekly. And we're also going to take a look at the Cardano Bitcoin pair to see if we have any type of clues on what the heck is going on right now with crypto and Cardano in particular. So if you guys are new to the channel, haven't subscribed yet, and you guys end up liking today's content, at the end of the video, feel free to press that subscribe button. I appreciate every single one of you guys that does that. Now, as we jump straight into the 4 hour chart here, we have a lot going on in the 4 hour because honestly, Cardano is a mystery right now. Obviously, I think our support is pretty firm, right? I mean, this bottom yellow line here has been our support multiple times. And right now we're coming back down to test that. Now, like I said, guys, we broke out of our smaller symmetrical triangle that we talked about a couple days ago right here. You guys can see this purple line here. We ended up breaking out of it right there. And this could just be another back test. Like I said, we broke out of it. We back tested it once, but this could be a second back test, which normally doesn't happen. And that is slightly bearish to me that we're coming back down to retest it again. We can't seem to break this red resistance line here. You guys can see we keep getting rejected near this red resistance every time we move up. So, I mean, the more times we hit it, the higher chance we have to break it, but also the higher chance we keep hitting the bottom support, the more chance we have to break it to the downside as well. What I do like here is our 100 4-hour EMA and our 200 4-hour EMA are slowly moving up. Our 100 4-hour EMA is, right at that support line right down here, close to about 33.6 cents. So that could be good support if we end up falling. We are getting a nice bounce off this purple resistance, turn into new support line, which I like to see. And I do want to see this go up. On the RSI down here, we did have bearish divergence. We had higher highs in price action, lower highs in the RSI, and that did push us down. Now, if we can get a bounce from where we are right now, but this is only if we can get a good size bounce, we would form a hidden bullish divergence, right? Where we had lower lows on the RSI, but we would have higher highs and higher lows in price action. So that's exactly what you want to see. So that's kind of it for the short term, guys. I mean, we're waiting to see if this hidden bullish divergence can play out there. We've said we need to see a nice bounce here and not fall lower than this previous low to confirm that. And that should propel us back to the upside. So worst case, if we follow the triangle, guys, I think we come back down to first either retest. If we break the 100 4-hour EMA, we probably come back down to retest the 200 4-hour EMA, and that's right around 30 cents right now, which would, if we did break this triangle to the downside, would be about a 10% move to the downside. So nothing crazy there. But that's kind of what I'm seeing on the short term for Cardano. Watch for that move up to the upside. That's really what we want to see right now, is a nice move to the upside. So switch on over to the daily chart. We could just be in a rising wedge, right? You guys can see we had multiple touches on the top here, multiple touches on the bottom of this wedge. And right now we're coming back down to retest the bottom. We don't want to break this to the downside. If we do, I think our 50-day EMA would give us some support on the daily or the medium-term time frame, and that's right about 27 cents if we break this wedge to the downside. Everything kind of lines up, right? If we break out of this symmetrical triangle, it should push us back to the top of the rising wedge. If we break down out of the triangle, we should break out of this wedge and fall lower. So on the daily RSI, there's really not much of a indicator on what's going to happen. We don't have any divergences going on, anything like that. So once we do, I'll keep you guys updated, but nothing really to look at there. Everything kind of makes sense. What we don't want to do too is on the daily, as I'm just looking at this now, we could be forming some type of inverse head and shoulders here. So as you guys can see, we had a left shoulder, our head, and our right shoulder. Sorry, I just got a text. I was just looking at it real quick. But if we do fall down here, not only would we be breaking out of the wedge, but we would also forming a we would also be forming a head and shoulders pattern, which would push us down as well. The measured move of that head and shoulders from the top to the neckline, if we did break down there, would be somewhere around 21 cents. So we don't want to see that happen. And, you know, the measured move of the rising wedge is the beginning point. So probably somewhere down 13 cents. So we don't want to see that happen as well. I don't think that's going to happen, but that's just the measured moves on the bearish side to give you guys a heads up. If we do bounce from here, look for a move probably back up. If we move this down a little bit, probably back up to the top of this wedge. Probably around 46 cents if we can get a nice bounce here and we see Bitcoin continue to the upside as well. Because you guys know this market pretty much predicates on Bitcoin. If Bitcoin pumps, Cardano's going to pump. If Bitcoin drops, Cardano's probably going to drop as well. Switch on over to the weekly chart, guys. And we're still just butting our head on this last really resistance before all-time high. Our last all-time high is our next resistance if we can break this, but we just can't seem to break this. We just keep butting our head on that. Really, I mean, below us, there's not really much support on the weekly or the long-term time frame. All the way till down at 17 cents. We also have our 20-week moving average, which is up towards 20 cents now. So those are our two supports if we move down on the longer-term time frame. But I mean, like I said, I don't see us going that low. I mean, just to our 20-week moving average from where we are right now would be another 40% move down. I don't see that happening. Not going to rule it out, right? It definitely could happen, but I don't see that happening. But you guys can see, I mean, in between these two levels, it was straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down. So there's really no support looking left. I mean, a move like down like this could happen over the next few weeks, and maybe this 20-week move average continues to rise. We bounce off that, and then we continue up to the upside. So more sideways could happen, which I know we all don't want. We're like, you guys know that meme where we're just trying to get that stick, and we're like, altcoins, do something. Bitcoin, do something. You guys know which meme I'm talking about. If you don't, if you saw it, you probably have seen it before. But yeah, we're just poking these altcoins with a stick, waiting for it to do something right now. This consolidation period has felt a lot longer than most consolidation periods, only though it's really only been about 3 weeks or it's like since the beginning of January, but it feels longer even than this consolidation period was, which was about 11 weeks, right? Now, is it just me, or is this January seem like the slowest month for crypto? And I'm just waiting for a move here. But that's kind of the weekly time frame. There's not much as far as indicators go on the RSI as well. No really divergences going on. Everything is pretty standard there. I'll keep you guys updated on that as well. But I mean, overall, I mean, everything's bullish still, right? We had a rounded out pattern, a double bottom, right? Everything you could ask for in a trend reversal we got, obviously. This is obviously past old news, but I just want to reiterate the fact in case you guys are scared. The bullish structure is still there and wouldn't be broken unless we really broke down below 17 cents. The bullish structure is still there, right? But as we switch on over to the Cardano Bitcoin chart, we could be forming some sort of inverse head and shoulders if we continue to drop on the ratio. So watch out for that. We don't want to break this green support line, which was a nice classic bullish resistance, right, into support flip. And that's exactly what you want to see. But if this continues down, we could validate this head and shoulders pattern here, and we could drop to the downside below that support. So guys, just keep an eye on this. If you guys, for whatever reason, invest or trade in the Cardano Bitcoin pair, just watch out for that. We're pretty much just waiting to see if we can hold this support and get another nice bounce to the upside. That's pretty much it on the Cardano Bitcoin pair. So if you guys are new to the channel, you guys like today's video, make sure you smack that subscribe button down below. We'll be coming out with the second video today. And I haven't decided if I'm going to do another live stream today, but watch out for that. This time I'll schedule it an hour or two before, so you guys will get a notification that I will be going live. So last time I just kind of threw it up. It was just more of a test stream. Didn't want tons of people, but we actually had, I think at one point, about 150 people on the live stream for the first one without any notice. So I appreciate you guys who watched that. So look out for that today if I do go live. But other than that, I'll see you guys in the second video in a little bit.